Hey, so we're going to be talking today to Brandon Drumheller with Virginia Farm Bureau's Insurance. He's going to share some money saving tips. And there he is, Brandon. What's going on, man?
Hey, Jeremy, how are you, bud?
I'm doing good, doing good. So, um, Brandon, you're going to talk to us today about saving some money on insurance. But first, would you just introduce yourself and give us, something, tell us something about you?
Yeah, so I my name is Brandon Drumheller. I'm an agency manager for the Albemarle County Farm Bureau. The kind of the cool thing about what we do is we're a lot of people hear Farm Bureau and think that we're just doing farms, but we are a Virginia only insurance company. And but anyways, I grew up locally, got two kids and a beautiful wife, and was living the dream.
Cool, man. Cool. All right. Well, you and I talk a lot. And we mentioned this thing a few times now. So, just let's jump in. Tell me some ways that we can save money on insurance. And I know there's one in particular. I know that you're going to go over. I'd like to dive into more, but just go ahead and take it away.
Yeah, man. So I think the biggest thing is what I always kind of boil down to is everyone has to have insurance. Kind of in your world, you get your homeowners all excited about buying a dream home. They're loving dealing with you. They get their mortgage lender. They get beat up a little bit because they need to provide all these documents. And by the time they get to the insurance agent, they don't care. And so I think sometimes with that, whether it be the agents not giving them the amount of information they need, but basically what I try to do and what I think is important for everyone to know is, when you go and get your homeowner's insurance, you've got so many different options to save a little bit of money, because anyone that's buying a home, they got to start looking at their finances a little bit more closely, trying to figure out how they're going to make it work and continue to pay that mortgage payment. So one of the biggest advantages I think when having your homeowners is 9 times out of 10, they already have auto insurance. Put your home and your auto with the same provider. And the benefit there is on the homeowner side, you're going to get a discount for having your auto, but on the auto, you're going to get a discount for having your homeowner. So it's really a win-win. I see a lot of times insureds will have separate providers, and it's better to get them put with the same place.
Yeah, absolutely, man. I can tell you, I had separate insurance on both of my vehicle and home for years until I realized that actually it was quite a bit of savings to bundle them both together. So,
Right.
yeah, I can definitely attest to that.
Well, and it's easier too for insureds to know they have one point of contact instead of
Yeah,
paying one bill over here and then one over here. It's nice to have it all together. So I think that's the first and foremost the best way to save up front is getting your home and your auto bundled together. The second one, and this is the one that I'm pretty uh, I point out often, is a lot of people don't realize they have different deductible options. So if you go out and purchase a home, the standard deductible these days is about $1,000. And what that means is if something happens and there's a claim on the home, that's the insured's portion that they're responsible for. So, tree limb falls, hits the house, they owe the first $1,000. Insurance company's going to pick up the rest. Well, if you are willing to and you can financially afford to increase that deductible option, you're going to save on the back end with the premium. And so, I kind of have like a 5-year rule. If you can make up the difference of deductible and premium over 5 years, it's oftentimes worth it, because I think the average homeowner's claim is about once in every 8 years. So, again, far less likely than an automobile.
so if you're willing, if you're planning, thinking about things happening to your house, like you said, tree or different things, and you're expecting that that's going to fall on you anyways, not even thinking about insurance, and that's a good plan for you. You're saying just go with the low or go with the higher deductible and save money over the long term, and just you're going to be filing less claims.
Yeah, I mean, so really, in my opinion, there's two types of people that file claims. Well, again, if you have to file a claim, you need to file a claim. But you have some insureds that they're going to file a claim over every little thing that happens. But if, for example, you being fairly handy, it would be advantageous for you to have a higher deductible. You're not going to file a smaller claim. You're probably going to make sure it's worth your while. So, again, that's where having an agent that you can communicate with and them kind of advise you on best practices in that sense. So, but yeah, so for example, in my home, I have a $2,500 deductible. I save, I don't know how much every year, but a couple $100, where over the course of 5 years, it's going to make up that additional $1,500 where from that baseline $1,000 deductible.
Yeah. Okay. So, and then again, so filing claims, for the person that's planning to file claims and have a lower deductible, that can actually increase their insurance cost, right?
Yeah, of course. So claim activity, listen, you have insurance. So if you need to file a claim, you need to take care of the home, obviously. But, so for example, as an agent, if I have an insured call and they're questioning whether or not they should file a claim, I do three things. I look at, one, what's your deductible? If you have $1,000 deductible, let's get a realistic approach of how much the repairs are going to be. Second thing I look at is, do they have a loss-free discount? Everyone's declarations page that comes, it mentions your discounts at the end of the declarations. So if they have a loss-free discount, I take into account how many years until they get that loss-free discount back. So it's a mathematical equation. We just, as agents, figure out where's that breaking point for them and where's the advantage or disadvantage. So that's what we do as agents and trying to figure out if it's worth it or not.
Cool.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've got bundling auto and homeowners insurance, filing less claims if that's,
of course,
if that works for you. We're looking at bigger things and not the small stuff,
sure.
And raising deductibles if you're willing to be the kind of handy person, or so to speak, or somebody that's planning to do the work on the home themselves because they just don't see it as a fileable claim.
Or someone that just has a little bit of money in the bank, and what's $2,500 versus $1,000.
It's kind of like hedging a little bit of a bet too.
Yeah, of course. So
yeah. Okay.
More of the cost up front, but but I mean, again, there's a bunch of different things that you can do. I think, again, I know it sounds biased because I'm a local agent, but I think that having someone that can kind of help guide you makes a difference. But kind of thinking about other ways, and maybe more or less what you do, and maybe some of the things that you can do as a realtor to kind of advise your potential clients is knowing how far from a fire department you are, a primary responding fire department. So if you're less than 5 miles from a primary responding fire department, again, you're better rating. If you're 10 miles away, it costs a little bit more. And so I know the market's tough right now because people are lucky to get what they can find right now. But if in the future you have folks that are kind of torn between two houses, it's a great option to say, hey, look, you got a fire hydrant right down the street here, and the fire department's only 2 miles away, so you're going to save a little bit on the back end.
Yeah, I mean, I can tell you, so for just an investment property, for instance, and this has come up personally for me, is the proximity to a fire department. It was a big determining factor in the cost of insurance, and I was shocked to see how much it was. Now, I mean, I'd ran all the numbers and pro forma and all that stuff, to know where I was going to be, so it wasn't as big of a hit. But if I was really tight on numbers, I mean, this was a decent amount difference in the insurance just because of proximity. I think it was fire department or fire hydrant, whatever it was. It was shocking. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, well, I mean, and it is. It's and I think that if people delved into it a little bit more to find out, what those options are, they would see that they can find it out. One other thing I want to mention before going into another thing with you is technology these days. Central station fire alarms. It used to be that you had to call ADT or one of the home monitoring systems. They'd have to come out and wire your house with all this stuff. But nowadays, with the Wi-Fi capabilities of central station fire alarms, it's a great alternative for homeowners to provide that peace of mind, provide that to the insurance company, and get another discount on their homeowner's insurance. So, might cost them $15 a month for the monitoring, but they have, I think Nest is also now in the market of that, where they have a central location in their house. Mm-hmm. And if it detects smoke or anything like that, it's going to alert the fire department. Again, just another way to get a discount on your insurance.
Yeah, I think I've seen situations like that where the actual monthly fee on that was almost negated by the savings and insurance.
Right.
So it's,
Right.
just, and so, so Brandon, I think that's, I appreciate you sharing all the stuff. And so I think the point is every home is different and every location is different. So the determining factor on how much it's going to cost or how much you're going to be saving for some of these various things is going to just be a conversation with somebody like you, like an insurance agent, right? To just run the numbers and help counsel them on what this might look like.
Yeah, I mean, again, just, a lot of people get scared of the insurance guy. They don't want to give them too much information because they're just going to be looking to cost you more money. But I think that if you look, for the right insurance agent, they're going to be looking for ways to help you save on a necessity. Just like what you do, you're a local real estate agent that knows the area. I can't ever understand why people go with a national organization to, protect their most valuable assets, where they should depend on someone locally that knows the area, knows, got their best interest in mind. So
yeah, absolutely.
But
well, Brandon, it was awesome. I appreciate all the insight, and I know we're going to do this again for future topics. But we'll share, or I'll share your information with everybody. They can once we download the video and everything, they can get in touch with you. But appreciate it, man. Good talking to you.
Hey,
until next time.
I look forward to next time. I'm gonna wear a hat though.
I see a little shiny spot right there.
Yeah, don't worry about that. So, all right.
All right, buddy. Thanks, man.
Take care.
All right, bye.